What's going on, Capricorn? I hope you are doing super well. This is going to be a reading for March 8th to the 14th, 2022. And in this reading, Capricorn, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the week. We're going to take a look at some things you don't see coming for the week. And we're also going to close off the reading with some advice and messages from your angels and spirit guides. So we did have a jumper pop right out. High Priestess, okay. But you are all definitely very welcome here, Capricorn, in this space with me as we go through the reading. I appreciate all of you taking the time to check out the reading. If you find it resonates with you, don't forget to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that as well, Capricorn. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into your reading and see what wants to come through for March 8th to the 14th, 2022. As always, I'd like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for Capricorn. Two more. All right, Capricorn, let's go ahead and see what is going on here with you. All right. All right, Capricorn, this is, I feel like my mind wants to go in a million different directions with this reading because we got a lot going on here. The centerpiece to your reading for this week is the Lover's card, so it's very possible that some of you are dealing with a complication in love. But let's start off here in your overall general energy for the week. You have the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and also the Temperance card here. So the Eight of Cups talks all about, letting go. It could even include abandonment, introspection, almost like you've reached a limit, so you need to change. You've been reflecting and you choose to walk away. You choose to maybe even go in a kind of like a minimalist lifestyle direction with the Eight of Cups here. So this could include a lover for some of you that you may be coming to a breakup, because the Lovers to the Death card, what does that usually indicate? But now you have the Sun card is here as well. And the Sun card amplifies the good qualities of the other cards around it and decreases the bad qualities of these cards. So even though you're going through a breakup here with what you don't see coming in this middle row, the Lovers to the Death card for some of you, the Sun card is here to kind of say it's in your best interest, and you know it with the Eight of Cups. It's almost like a decision that you need to make to kind of balance out your life here. Now, for some of you, I could sense someone might be very upset about this because in your advice from your spirit guides, you have the Five of Swords here, which could indicate that there's a person who may fight this or cause you some trouble here. Now, for others of you that are not really dealing with love, you have the Seven of Pentacles here as well. Hard work paying off, harvest. This could also be a rethinking energy. It's kind of like reflecting on what you have, especially with the Eight of Cups here. The Temperance card, though, whatever comes to an end and you didn't see it coming in this row, it's what you don't see coming this week, embrace it, because it's really here to improve your life with the Six of Wands. Now, the reason I'm saying breakup for some of you, it could even be a marriage, because the Hierophant here is in your advice from Spirit. So this could be, some sort of long-standing marriage that finally comes to an end for some of you, which would obviously be shocking. I don't wish that on you if you don't want that. The Five of Swords, though, right in this energy, it's almost like if someone tries to kind of screw you over here, you may want to take kind of like a traditional route with the Hierophant. The advice is to kind of follow orthodoxy to the best of your ability. Don't burn any bridges. Even if someone's getting under your skin, whatever situation you're dealing with, Spirit's saying there's someone here, but you got to just play your cards well. Now, for some of you, though, I think you're going to have a victory regardless. Even if someone comes at you with negative energy, it could very well be someone who's very unhappy with this split or something. Make sure that understand that karma's on your side here. That you'll get a victory if someone tries to you know, mess with something that they shouldn't be with you, if that makes sense. I hope that's resonating with you here. Let's go ahead and move on here, Capricorn, to the clarification portion of this reading, because there is a lot going on here. First card I think we should clarify is the Eight of Cups. Why is the Eight of Cups here in your overall general energy for this week? Okay, the Eight of Cups is clarified by the Master card. So it's pretty obvious to me that there's a certain situation where the expansion didn't have much more to go. The Eight of Cups represents walking away from something that does have value, but it could be something that there was an uneven balance of energy because you were meant to go. You've already almost completed this cycle, like you've mastered something. Now for others of you though, you're going to be walking into the path of like self-mastery, and you realize like you don't want to keep wasting your life in something that may be good. It may be a lover for some of you, may not be. You're interested in more of like a peak experience life with the Master card here, if that makes sense. So I sense, you know, that's definitely a very positive energy here. Very rare card to jump out of the deck too, which is a good sign. Let's go ahead and also see why this Temperance card is here for you. Okay. So the Temperance card is clarified by the Laziness card. So yeah, it's just a reiteration, like whether this was a lover or a career or some sort of traditional structure, you became lazy because you already conquered something. You already attained mastery. Like maybe you mastered the relationship and there was simply no more expansion for your soul, so you had to go. You've mastered something and you became lethargic with a win, with a certain win in your life. So even though the Seven of Pentacles is here, you're kind of rethinking about your win, the way that you're winning in life. This could be money or the relationship that you had, like the security in your life here. You're starting to think like maybe it's not actually making me become my highest version of myself. You know, so just be aware of that. There could be a shift in that outlook, I sense, for a lot of you here, Capricorn. So no longer being lazy, purifying that out, and really seeking adventure with the Six of Wands. Like you have so much happiness to go in the future. But let's go ahead and clarify why this Lovers card is the centerpiece to your reading. Any more information on this Lovers card for what you don't see? By the way, this is what you don't see coming. So like this is one of those readings, you have to know your situation. Not all of you are going to go through a breakup, but if you've been feeling that way, then this is probably your confirmation with the Lovers to the Death card and the Sun. So it's not going to be a horrible breakup because once again, the Sun reduces the negativity of all the other cards and amplifies the positivity of it, the cards it's around. So just give me one sec. Okay, so you have the Trust card here with the Lovers. Okay, this could be trusting yourself to move in a new direction. If your situation, Capricorn, isn't to do with like a lover, this is moving in a different direction after you attain mastery and trusting yourself to move in a direction. Like if you ask yourself the question every day, like what would I do if I love myself? Like what would the most loving choice to make for you? Trust that. Don't let fear cloud any sort of thing you got to walk away from. But for others of you dealing in love, I think you trust maybe that this has come to an end. Okay, the Lovers to the Death card, like you trust that even though it seems scary, you've once again come to some sort of completion in this relationship and you need to experience more, it seems. Let's also clarify why this Death card is here though. Why not? Any more relevant information about this Death card? Okay, the death card is clarified by the adventure card. So yeah, it's exactly what I say. Now this message has repeated a bunch of times. Something has come to a stagnant position in your life, okay? It's made you lazy. It's made you rest on your laurels. And your soul is seeking adventure at this time for a lot of you. So even though you're walking away from something that's good, it's not really good for you and you know it. So sometimes in life you have to do that. You have to make a decision that you know like you're just going to do better in. Like you can move to a certain city because you know you're going to have better habits in that city. You know, it's like you need to follow your intuition and not what other people tell you to do, or even what social conditioning tells you to do, because believe it or not, most of the thoughts that we have that we think are so individual are not really individual. They're just a product of social conditioning. So it's like kind of chiseling to get down to like your true voice. Like what is your true voice telling you to do? The easiest way to do that is to follow your highest excitement, by the way. You know, that's what you have to do, not disguising your excitement with anxiety and shit like, oh, I'm just going to go like off the rails. But I hope this is making sense. Let's go ahead and move down here to your advice from your guides. Let's see why this Five of Swords, why is the Five of Swords here for Capricorn in the advice? Okay, yeah, the Five of Swords, guys, is clarified by the past lives card. So very well could be, if you're going through a breakup with someone, this could be a past life relationship. I mean, that's what I think. This could be like a karmic relationship. A relationship, no matter what definition you put on it, no matter what belief system you buy into, what's really happening is there's a person who is not compatible with you. So whether you believe it's past lives or not, that's cool. But I sense for a lot of you it definitely is. That's why the Hierophant's here. This is like a theme. You know, whether you believe in this or not, this card just says there's a pattern that's been woven into your soul that you've been experiencing, like something you're trying to figure out. Like, so maybe you keep experiencing a similar pattern over and over again, like sabotaging yourself by staying somewhere you don't really want to be. So just be aware of this. This is just what's coming to mind. But yeah, past life, straightforward, like this is probably a past life relationship. So be aware of that, and be aware that you have good karma coming your way. You will get it. This person will not be able to pull you down. So you have to be careful though, because since this is a past life relationship, you probably will like this person. Like you probably have a lot of strong emotion to them, and it's very easy. It's very hard to pull someone up who doesn't want to go up, but it's very easy. The reverse is not true. Like it's very easy for someone to pull someone else down, you know? So like you need to make sure you're positive, and if you're dealing with like a on and off like breakup thing, be careful with that, because sometimes like energy can just stay like in a weird place for too long. I hope that makes sense. So also clarify why this Hierophant is here for you. Now remember, the High Priestess was here, the first card that jumped out before. So there's some sort of mystery here, or secret, as to why all this is happening. Okay, the Hierophant is clarified by the politics card in the advice from Spirit. So you may have to get a little bit political here. That's kind of weird to say here, but because you're dealing with a very stressful situation, someone who maybe not has your best interest in hand, politics to the Hierophant in the advice, like you may not want to go against, like you may have to play your politics well. Now, personally, I think politics are bogus. I don't follow politics at all. Capricorn, but I do think sometimes in life you have to you have to realize that life is a play, and sometimes like you don't get held captive by the character that you are in life, but you also embrace your character, and you don't run away from these situations you find yourself in life, okay? That you kind of have to like not play the system, but sometimes like when you're too authentic, it's like there's a time and place to be authentic, Capricorn, and sometimes if you're too authentic, it's kind of just it's kind of being mentally lazy. Like, so make sure you're calculated in how you deal with the situation, and you will get a victory. So with that being said, I'm going to conclude this reading, Capricorn. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want more information on your situation here for this upcoming week, feel free to book a personal reading with me. You can find all the information on that in the description box underneath this video. It's always an honor and a pleasure to work one-on-one with you guys, but I hope you enjoyed this reading once again. I'll talk to you